What's happening? What's happening with it? Yeah, y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah, we gonna cook up today. We definitely gonna cook up today. We got AJ64 in the building. What's happening with it? DP Rocker, my man Kawhi Elliott in the building. Johnny Q in the building. Jelly Bean 402080. What's happening with it? Mike Ron, Broderick Hunter, Dub Right Side, Mr. Respectfully, man. I just got done watching that debate, going back and watching that debate from last night, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit had me in tears, man. I was in tears. No evidence 340. What's happening with it? What it do? Let me see who else in the building. Let me see who else we got. The Queen Sheena is in the building. What's going on with it? Big Head Omega Red in the building. What's happening with it, Omega? Cash Crypto, what it do? Devin Bell, what's happening with it? What else I missed? My man Junior in the building, Ultimate Fight Club. What's happening with it? He says right before my client. What's up, young killer? What it do? What it do? Ultimate Fight Club. Let me see. Who else I missed? Devin Bell, man. Nah, I'm running a little late, but we here. Aiden, what it do? Renee Bosch Young in the building. What's happening with it? Big Block, what it do? Yeah. And y'all make sure that y'all smash that like button as you come in the building. We definitely gonna cook today. We definitely got a lot to talk about, a lot to cook on. Yeah. Hey, man. Them debates. Well, that was a I don't know what you call it. That was an interesting debate. It was interesting, you know. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna start calling BFTB BF the bully. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure dude had to call BFTB out, right? You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm pretty sure that dude had to call BFTB out, but that shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? That shit was. I was like, God damn, man, it wasn't even no need for that. You know, dude, you know, hey, he came out there, he tried. He came out there and tried, but I felt like he was reading the book report to me. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that he was reading the whole book report to me. Dank Father, what's happening with it? Jay Wash, what it do? Ricky Williams in the building, Mr. Make the fucking fight. I don't care about nothing. Make the fight. Ricky Williams in the building. Yeah. And they still ain't made the effing fight. You know what I'm saying? They, after all these years, they still ain't made the effing fight. Yeah, yeah, man, that was cause I seen it, right? I'm going through, cause I wasn't on YouTube yesterday, but then when I got home later on, I'm going through YouTube and I said, oh man, I forgot Knockout had a debate today. I didn't know who was debating, and I seen the Caucasian fella up there, and I was like, oh man, I want to see this. You know, I said, man, I want to see this. I want to see where this go. You know, and yeah, I got probably about 10, 15, and I fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? Every time I was trying to hear him cook, I kept on nodding off, kept nodding. I was like, yeah, I ain't definitely not finna be able to get through this debate with this dude reading me a book report. So right now, you know what I'm saying? Right now, a little while ago, I turned it on and I got a chance to finish the debate. And yeah, that shit was it was interesting. You know what I'm saying? To say the least, it was interesting. Uh dude, dude was reading some shit and reading a tweet and fucked around and said, nigga. And that shit, the look on Knockout's face when he said that shit, Knockout didn't know. He was like, man, should I stop him dead in dead debate or should I wait? But you know what I'm saying? Knockout let him finish and then, got on his helmet about that shit. It was interesting. The face that KO made though, did he just say that? Like, yeah. But Knockout, he handled that. Knockout, he handled that shit like he should have handled it. You know what I'm saying? And then BFTB, you know how petty he is. He gonna come right. He gonna take the chance and talk about some. I don't give a fuck what you Peckerwoods think. I said BFTB, he wasn't gonna let that shit go. Man, yeah, that was an interesting one right there. That shit, oh man, it was comedy. If it wasn't nothing else, it was funny. It was funny. But anyway, y'all smash the like button as we get to show started and whatnot. Omega Red in that super chat, what's happening with it? He say, should have seen how Dub tried to bamboozle me last night, shaking my head. Nah, I ain't. Oh, what happened? Y'all gonna have to tell me what happened. I didn't see none of that. Yeah. That I guess that shit was comedy hour. Yeah. Yeah, man, that shit. Like I said, I was trying to get through that first round when dude was up there doing his thing, and I was like, God damn, man, I feel like I'm getting lectured by a goddamn college professor. I was like, this motherfucker that read a whole goddamn book report to me. He didn't read every fighter goddamn wiki. He didn't went to Wikipedia and read every fighter's wiki. But hey, at least he got up there and tried at the end of the day. It's one thing you got to give it to him. He got up there and tried. A lot of niggas be talking that shit and won't even turn their camera on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas scared to grab a link and, show their face. So, hey, one thing I do know is I know every fighter that he talked about, I know all of their Wikipedia now. I know everything about it. But salute to him for getting up there and trying and just you got to come different in a debate. That is not what a debate is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? That is not what a debate is supposed to be, the way he was going about it. But Omega Red said, you talking about me? What you mean, Omega Red? What you talking about? I'm lost. I'm lost, Omega. Nah, I'm talking about the dude that was debating last night. The Caucasian fella that was on the panel last night debating. AJ64 said, I think he was reading Boxing for Dummies. Yeah, Omega, I'm reading all these comments. I didn't catch it, so yeah. But man, I don't know. But like I said, y'all smash the like button because we got a lot to cook on over here. Salute to KO and the debate series. Yeah. But we got a lot to cook on and a lot to talk about. My man Sid Jappy in the building. He says on here when they said that Porter and Brook didn't say Crawford beats EJ. He said cats on here when they said that Porter and Brook didn't say Crawford beats EJ. I don't know what that has to do with anything that we talking about today because I don't see Terrence Crawford's name in my title and I don't see Errol Spence's name in my title. But salute to my man Sid Jappy because you way off a topic, but Kell Brook, I never heard Kell Brook say that Terrence Crawford beats Errol Spence. Now, I did hear them try to coerce Kell Brook into saying that Terrence Crawford beats Errol Spence. I did see ESPN. They tried to coerce him into saying that, and he refused to say it. He said, I don't know. Both of them is hella fighters. They both is real good. I can't tell you who will win the fight. That's what I did here. But, I mean, if it make you feel any better, you know, hey. But that don't have shit to do with nothing. That don't have shit to do with nothing. Get this smoke. What's happening with it? But I will tell you this. By the actions that your boy Terrence Crawford has been showing, his actions show that he much rather for people like you to come in and say what would have happened than to get in the ring and test his abilities against Errol Spence. Now, I will say that. 15, 20, 30 years down the line, his actions is showing that he rather for people to argue about what would have happened than to be able to talk about what did happen. Unless they give him life-changing money. So, I mean, if you want to talk about Terrence Bud Crawford, we can talk about Terrence Bud. I mean, if that's what you want to start off the show about, we can start off the show and, you know what I'm saying, we can add that to the title. You feel me? We can add Terrence Bud Crawford to the title if you want to. If you want him to get this smoke today, well, he could get this smoke. You know what I'm talking about? And salute to my man, Get the Smoke. Salute to my man, Get this smoke. But right now, Terrence Crawford about to get this smoke. Because Bob Arum spoke on Terrence Crawford. And he used the words fighters. He said, well, the reason the fight didn't happen is because fighters today, they don't want to bet on themselves. He said the fighters don't want to bet on themselves. He said that, you know, well, the fight didn't happen between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford because the fighters, right, wanted too big of a guarantee. But you know what? What he was doing when he said fighters, he was actually talking about Terrence Bud Crawford. You know how I know? Because he never dealt with Errol Spence. He never spoke with Errol Spence when it comes to business. He only dealt with Terrence Bud Crawford on his side. That's who he promoted, Terrence Bud Crawford. So he said fighters because he didn't totally want to throw Terrence Crawford under the bus. But if you have a little bit of common sense, you know that he was talking about Bud Crawford, right? So now that I'll let y'all know that he said that Terrence Crawford was asking for way too much money upfront guaranteed. And he said anybody would be an idiot in today's day and age to just take all of that risk and give a fighter the guarantee that they asking for just because that fighter says, well, I'm telling you that the pay-per-view is going to do this many numbers, so this is how much I'm asking for a guarantee. Well, okay, that's cool that you're asking for that, but the fight is not going to be made if you continue to ask for this much money guaranteed. Everybody else that you fought, did you produce those amount of pay-per-views with anybody else that you fought? Well, no. Have you ever got that big of a guarantee with anybody that you fought in your whole life? Well, no. Well, what makes you fucking think I'm going to pay you $25 million in guaranteed purse? He told you. Now that all of the propaganda and all of the lies are out the window, right? Now that we don't have to run a whole PR campaign for Terrence Bud Crawford no more, well, I can tell you the truth. The fight didn't happen because Terrence Crawford was asking for a guarantee that nobody with common sense was going to be willing to pay him. That's what he said, right? Because he used fighters. But once again, for the ones that a little bit slow, right? For the ones that want to act like that They didn't know who he was talking about when he said fighters, that he just didn't want to throw Terrence Crawford on the bus. He was talking about Bud Crawford. Because we also heard from Errol Spence, hey, when I talked to Al Haymon and he projected me what I was going to get with no guarantee, no motherfucking guarantee was on the table. But when I talked to Al Haymon, when he projected and told me what I was going to get, I was cool with it. I ain't had no problem with it. I trusted him. Yeah. But Bob let the cat out the bag on Terrence Crawford. Told everybody, nah. He wasn't willing to bet on himself. He was not willing to take less of a guarantee and take a much bigger upside of all of the fight revenue that was coming in. He didn't want to do that. That's why we couldn't make the fight over here on Top Rank. And I wasn't going to take no chance giving him that big ass guarantee that he was asking for. So I told him, well, why don't you take a chance? If you telling me that if you and Errol Spence fight, the fight is going to do these extravagant numbers, okay, it probably will. But if you believe that, why don't you take a smaller guarantee and a bigger upside on everything that comes in on the fight revenue? And that's why, and the conclusion was that Terrence Bud Crawford wasn't willing to do it while he was over there on Top Rank. So Bob Arum, the man who promoted Bud Crawford for most of all of his career, told you that's why the fight didn't happen. What else is there to talk about? Because a lot of these guys, they like to go back and say, well, man, Bud Crawford, man, he could have fought, they could have fought years ago, man. EJ been ducking him for 8 years. That ain't what Bob Arum, his promoter, said. Promoter told you. And a nigga think he can come and fucking... A nigga the other night on Mark Nash's channel told me that he wanted to debate me on Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. I said, nigga, you can pick the fucking questions. But we ain't heard nothing from him since. I wish a nigga would try to debate me on this subject. If you thought that BFTB embarrassed that dude yesterday, I don't know his name. I wish a nigga would, any of you niggas would try to come up here and debate me on that shit. I'm going to embarrass the fuck out of you, and I'm going to feel good about doing it too and sleep very well. But anyway, let me get back to my chat. Let me read some of these super chats. But Sid Jappy, that wasn't aimed towards you, but I know that's your boy. You brought it up. My man Sid Jappy brought it up. I had to close it out. Sid Jappy, what's happening with it? He said, salute. Y'all smash the like button. And yeah, y'all smash the like button for me. Renee Box Young in the building. I see you. Hey, Ricky Williams say, man, he said Lorenzo don't deserve any coverage. Hey, man. Yeah, Ricky, he ain't want no. And why he didn't want to bet on himself, right? He ain't had no problem taking 5 million, 6 million, 4 million, 3.5 million for everybody else. And that's flat out money. He wouldn't get no back end. He had no problem doing that with nobody else. But it was a problem when that nigga with the shag, right? When that nigga with the shag came stumping at his doorstep, it was a problem. RuPaul says, you gonna cry if Crawford beat the dog shit out of Errol. He says, you gonna cry. I might turn off my goddamn camera and cry right now that your name is RuPaul. You motherfucking transsexual. That's what I'm crying about. I'm crying about your goddamn screen name. That's what I'm gonna cry about. Moving along. Mr. De La Cruz, what's happening with it? What it do? Salute to you. Macados, Mac of the South in the building. What's happening with it? B&B Boxing News in the building. Salute. Prolific One, what's happening with it? DP Rocker, what it do? Let me see who else I missed in the building. Dank Father, what's happening with it? Ultraman in the building, what it do? My man 88 Sports Talk. Aiden in the building, what's happening with it? Cash Crypto. Jay West, what's happening with it? Omega in here, he Omega Red in here running game. Oh man. Oh yeah, you right, Devin Bell. I take that back. They be to shut the whole goddamn live down. I don't have no problem with those people. I don't got no problem with them people. But yeah. But anyway, but like I said, my man Sid Jappy says he'll be the first real undisputed EJ has ever fought. He said that's facts, or y'all still claiming Little Mikey. You said he'll be the first undisputed champion that EJ has ever fought. Okay. That's cool, but what undisputed champion did Bud Crawford ever fight? Am I missing something? Sid Jappy and KG, I see you in the building. What it do? My man John Norrie, what's happening with it? Salute. Am I missing something, Sid Jappy? Because you said that shit like it was going to hit. You said he'll be the first real undisputed EJ has ever fought. He says, is that facts or y'all still claiming Little Mikey? You said undisputed. So you meant what you said, because undisputed and unbeaten, they're not even close to being spelt the same way. So it wasn't no typo. It wasn't a misspelling. You said what you said. Sid Jappy, my brother, you said what you said. So once again, I need to know, who was the undisputed champion that Bud Crawford ever fought? Crickets? Anybody? Somebody? Anybody? Yeah, all right. Okay. I didn't think so. Moving along. Farid, what's happening with it? Salute. Specs, what it do in the building? Clean cut, what's happening with it? But yeah, so now you want to change it and you want to say unbeaten. He'll be the first unbeaten. Well, you want to change that. You said that he'll be the first unbeaten. Well, last time I checked, Mikey Garcia was unbeaten. Right? Had Mikey Garcia ever lost a fight when he got in there with EJ? Had he? Oh, okay. Dust yourself off and try once again, because, nigga, you 0 for 2. You 0 for 2. This ain't a good... You wanted to talk about... My topic says Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson, Bivol, Canelo Alvarez, and Gervonta Davis. You want to talk about Errol Spence and Bud Crawford, and you done came in here, you done struck out twice in a row. You done struck out twice in a row. 2 times you done struck out. And you're about to strike out your 3rd time. This is easy. It's easy. I wish I could drop a link, but I got a show to do. But I'm going to strike you out, and then I'm going to move on to the show topics. And y'all make sure that y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash the like button, right? So he makes a last ditch effort to say, Y'all claiming a baby. He says that Mikey Garcia was a baby. He's claiming a baby. I don't know what he means by that, but I can put two and two together. I think that he's saying that Mikey Garcia was small. He's saying that Mikey Garcia was small. Well, when Bud Crawford and all of his fans say that who is the best fighter that Bud ever fought, right? Who is the one fighter that people will think about when they think about Bud Crawford if he retired today? They all say Gamboa. They say, well, Gamboa, Gamboa, man, Gamboa, he fought Gamboa. Last time I checked, Gamboa was 5'4", and Terrence Crawford is 5'9". The last time I checked, Gamboa is 5'4", and Terrence Crawford is like 5'9". Last time I checked, Gamboa had moved up 2 weight divisions. Oh, we don't want to talk about that, huh? We don't want to talk about that? Strike 3. That's strike 3. I would tell you to dust yourself off and try again, but you done used all of your tries. You ain't got no more tries. So now we're going to move on, and salute to the queen, Coach Amber, in the building. Now we're going to move on to the topics that I want to talk about. But salute to my man, Sid Jappy. Maybe another day you can come in here and try. Maybe another day, Sid Jappy, but today was not your day. Tomorrow won't be. Not next month, not next year, not when you're fucking with me. But you tried. I'm gonna give you some props for trying. But Picasso, what's happening with it? So let's move along, right? Let's move along. Now that we offer Terrence Bud Crawford, let's talk about Canelo Alvarez. Let me cut the music down so I can cook. Let's talk about Canelo Alvarez, right? So Dmitry Bivol, he kicking down the door on Canelo Alvarez, right? He's pulling up Canelo Alvarez's skirt, and he want to see what he got up under his skirt, right? He telling Canelo, you know what? I decided that I not only want to take your pride away from you again, because we know that Canelo Alvarez is a prideful man, very prideful. But Bivol saying, you know what? You know what I want to do? I want to take you. Not only do I want to take your pride, I'm coming to 168 and I want to take your belts. Nah, we're not fighting at 175. You already tried to fight for my belts and you failed miserably. Now, I want to go to your division because you say you're the best at 168. You say this is your weight class. I'm going to go to your division. I want to fight for your titles. And if we can't fight for your straps at 168, I don't want it. I don't want it. You ain't getting the motherfucking rematch unless you put your 168 pounds, right, straps, unless you put your straps at 168 on the table. Y'all smash my like button. Y'all get the likes up. It's free to hit the like button, get the likes up. Unless you put those straps on the table at 168, yeah, you don't need to call me for nothing. I'm letting you know what it is. I already beat your ass at 175. Now I want to beat your ass at 168 and take your belts with it. Now, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to y'all and act like that I wasn't saying that, hey, nah, Canelo need to get that smoke at 175 again, right? Canelo need to go to 175 and get the smoke at the same division that he lost to Bivol at. I said that. But when I said that, I was under the presumption that Canelo Alvarez was going to try to make Bivol go to 168 and refuse to fight him at 175. But if Bivol is now saying, look, nah, I don't want to fight him at 175. If he say that he's the best at 168, I want to fight him at 168 and I want to take his motherfucking straps. So with that being said, I don't have a motherfucking problem with that at all. You know why? Because in this situation, Bivol is the A side. Now, I'm not saying Bivol is the one that's going to make the most money. I don't know. He probably not. But I'm telling y'all that Bivol is the A side because he beat Canelo ass. Canelo needs to fix that situation. Bivol don't need Canelo no more. He already whooped him. Canelo needs Bivol for his pride. Yeah, he went in there and he got his ass whooped. Canelo needs Bivol for his pride. So, yeah, Canelo ain't calling no motherfucking shots. You either fight me at 168, put all your straps on the line, or I got other business to take care of. Because I'm not no money hungry, thirsty bitch like a lot of these other dudes is. See, the thing is with Canelo is a lot of these dudes, they don't give a fuck about losing to him. They don't even come into the fight to win. They look at a dollar sign. See, Canelo, he has bought a lot of these fighters. Yeah, he's buying a lot of these fighters. Let's talk about it. Callum Smith. He was able to purchase Callum Smith. Well, why would you say that? Well, Callum Smith knew he was moving up to 175 pounds to light heavyweight. He got that call from Canelo with only 4.5 weeks notice. He only had about 4.5 weeks of notice. But he's like, man, I'll kill myself to make this payday. Fuck it. I don't care if I win. I need the payday. So, yeah, I accept. Yeah, he bought his opponents. Some of them. Kovalev. Sergey Kovalev. Gave Sergey Kovalev, what, about 5 weeks notice? After Sergey Kovalev had just came off of a grueling fight, you know what I'm saying, a tough, grueling fight where he almost got knocked out versus Anthony Yard. Kovalev told you. He did an interview and said, if y'all thought I was going to win that fight, y'all fucking stupid. Basically told y'all, I wasn't going in there to win. I needed the money. Y'all want some more info on that Kovalev? Kovalev's biggest payday was against Andre Ward prior to that, and he didn't even make $1 million in that fight. Yeah, they fucked him. Kathy Duva and his management fucked him. He didn't even make $1 million versus Andre Ward. Neither fight. His biggest payday was before that was like 750 something thousand. That was versus Andre Ward. Yeah. So to get over 7 million, he was like, man, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'll take the fight. I don't need no more than 4 weeks. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's called being the A side, being the money man in boxing, and being able to buy opponents. That's what he was doing. But, hey, Bivol said, nah. You ain't going to be able to buy me. You can't purchase me. Real talk. I'm already rich over here in Russia. You can't purchase me. You know why? Because I beat your ass already. So if you won't smoke with me, you got to come and put all your motherfucking pride and your straps on the line. Now, let's see what old Canelo Alvarez is going to do. Y'all smash my like button. I know a lot of y'all is mad. I know y'all foaming at the mouth mad. I know my brother Money Brown, if he watching, he mad the motherfucker right now. But hey, you can't ban the truth. You cannot ban the truth. Right, Renee Bashan. Bivol want legacy. Bivol want them straps. Bivol want to eat your heart. He want to eat your motherfucking children, like Mike Tyson said. He said he wants to take all of Canelo Alvarez's pride. he embarrassed you last time. Now he want to take your soul and your pride away from you. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? Now we really going to see what Canelo Alvarez is really made of. You know why? Because if he turned down Bivol and he say no to Bivol, he ain't got no other choice but to fight David Benavidez or show his pussy. You got two things. If you turn down Bivol and you don't want to put your 168-pound, all of your 4 belts on the line versus Bivol, you only got 2 other options. Fight David Benavidez or pull up your skirt and show your pussy. That's it. That's it. You ain't got no other options. No other options. Because what is going to be your excuse then? If you don't fight now one of them, what's your excuse? You pussy. That's what it is. That's it. That's all. Like my brother Batman used to say, rest in peace. That's it. That's all. It ain't nothing else to it. Yeah. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. My man Rick Thames, what's happening with it? Salute. Let me see. Coach Hammer said, yeah, he gave him just enough time to prepare for the weight cut. Kovalev. Yep, that's it. It wasn't even enough time. Are you talking about goddamn Callum Smith? Talking about Callum Smith. Rick Tam says Kovalev totally threw that fight. His acting skills are trash. He and Malik Scott both faked their KO losses to Canelo and Deontay Wilder to me. Kovalev, he pretty much said he threw the fight. You know what I'm saying? If you go back and watch that fight, Kovalev was pulling all of his punches. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't throwing no power punches. He was pulling all of his punches. And all he was using was a jab. But a lot of that fight, he was still beating Canelo with just that fucking jab. And he was pulling his punches. But he said that. He said, if y'all thought I was going to win that fight, you fucking stupid. I wanted the money. Said that shit. Omega Red said, I'm mad for money and I don't like Canelo. Oh, snap. Farid said, I've been watching Bivol before he fought Canelo, and I knew he will be one of the best boxers in this generation. Man, Bivol is good, man, but like I said, I've actually known Bivol. I met Bivol, right? When he was still young and up and coming way back in like 2015. I actually sat in the restaurant and ate right next to him and his team. In Mandalay Bay, in Bayside Buffet at the Mandalay Bay. Yeah, back in like 2015, nobody even knew who he was then. And then I saw him fight. Watched him fight live, and he was a monster back then. But I'm not finna sit up here and tell you that I thought that Bivol was gonna beat Canelo. I actually didn't, because I saw Bivol in his prior 3 fights before he fought Canelo, and he didn't look that good. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look that good. He was kind of like just going through the motions. But what I learned after the Canelo fight, I said, oh yeah, Bivol is one of them dudes. He only fights up to his competition. So if he in there with some trash competition, he'll just do whatever he got to do to beat him. But as the competition rises, you'll see that he rises with the competition. So yeah, you know, that's what I did learn about Bivol after this whole Canelo situation. Cortez Bowe said he don't think Bivol is that good. It's that Canelo ain't that good for real. I wouldn't say name one of them. I think that Canelo a hell of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've got to watch Canelo's whole career. He could fight. I'm not finna say that the man ain't no hell of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's proven to me that he is a hell of a fighter. You know, but he ain't the best fighter. He's not unbeatable, and he's proven that also. But because I'm not going to sit here and say that he ain't that good just because he lost. You feel me? He's one of the best fighters in boxing for sure. You know, we can see that. But he ain't the best. And I got David Benavidez beating his ass. I got Bivol running. If he running back with Bivol, I got Bivol beating his ass. That's it. You know. But they don't say that he's not a hell of a fighter. Renee Box-Young says, then Bivol turned around and schooled Zerto. He did, dog. He schooled his ass, and now Zerto was a fraud. Zerto showed that he was a fraud. You know, he had a trumped up record. He never had beat nobody but goddamn, what's dude name from Philly? He ain't even good. What's dude name from Philly that Zerto beat back at 168? Jesse Hart. The only fighter Zerto had ever beat was Jesse Hart. Zerto was a goddamn fraud. You know what I'm saying? Because you get in the ring with somebody like Bivol, you supposed to make the fight at least competitive. Bro, you went out there and you won one round. Motherfucker went out there and damn near got shut out. If you good or great or anyway, you don't get shut out in fights. Now, Zerto is not good. He's a fucking fraud. But you know, yep, Renee Box-Young, you said it. Jaime Munguia is the next one to get exposed. He the next one to get exposed. He's a fraud. I've always said from the beginning that motherfucker's a fraud. That's why they carrying him like they carrying him. That's why they protected him. He's a fraud. Ultraman in the building, salute. My man Knockout, what it do? What it do? But yeah, man, Canelo, man, what you gonna do? Is Canelo, you know what I'm saying? Is Canelo gonna answer the motherfucking door? The doorbell is ringing. Is he gonna answer the door? Or is he gonna fucking run to the goddamn back room and hide up under his goddamn king size or California king size bed like Bud Crawford did when PBC came to the door with that goddamn contract? What's Canelo gonna do? Is he gonna pull a Terrence Bud Crawford and hide up under the goddamn bed, pull the covers over his head and hide up under the goddamn bed? Or is he gonna answer the door? We got two. You got two fighters in line. You got Bivol or you got David Benavidez. What you gonna do? Both fights at 168 for all your straps. Both of them at 168 for all your straps. What you gonna do? Because you about to have two Rudy Poot ass fights in a row. You already fought Gennady Golovkin, right? Now you about to come back and you about to fight goddamn what the fuck dude name? Fucking Ryder. John Ryder. Come on, man. He ought to be shaming himself for fighting a 40-year-old Gennady Golovkin and then turning around and fighting a goddamn John Ryder. So after this John Ryder bullshit, yeah, your back is up against the wall. What you gonna do? And I'm looking forward to every bit of it. I'm looking forward to it. So all the Canelo Alvarez fans, you better start writing down your excuses right now. Real talk. All of you Canelo Alvarez diehard fanatics, you better start writing down your excuses right now. Because if he duck, oh yeah, y'all gonna have a lot of explaining to do. Real shit. If he duck, y'all gonna have a whole lot of explaining to do. Because, hey, see, he thought he was in the clear. He thought he was in the clear with the David Benavidez. He thought he was gonna be able to, have an excuse why he not fighting David Benavidez, right? He thought he was gonna have a valid excuse. Well, I'm rematching Bivol. Now Bivol like, hey, that's cool. I want that smoke with you, but I want your straps on the line at 168. Yeah. Let's see what he gonna do now. Let's see what Canelo Alvarez is talking about now. Are you willing to put all of them straps on the line at 168 pounds against the man that already beat your ass? That's interesting. That's great boxing right there. Yeah, that's a great boxing story right there. Yeah. That's a great boxing story right there. When you run out of room to run. When you run out of room to run. You know what I'm saying? He boxed in. Ain't nowhere to run, ain't nowhere to hide. Yeah. You ain't got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide no more. What he gonna do? Now, let me tell y'all something. And remember I said it. You know all of the sanctioning bodies, they love Canelo Alvarez. Don't be surprised if one of them other sanctioning bodies, like the IBF or somebody pop up. Well, Canelo got to fight such and such all of a sudden to get him out of that smoke, to give him a chance to run away. Don't be surprised. But you know what? You still ain't got no excuse because undisputed always trumps a mandatory. They can't get you out of this, Canelo. They can't get you out. Undisputed always trumps a mandatory. Put all them motherfucking belts on the line and put your pride on the line. That's what I want to see. But hold on, y'all. Let me see. Hold on. And y'all smash the like button. Y'all get the likes up. Get the likes up. Smash on the like button. It's free. It don't cost nothing. Now, let's cook on, you know what? And I want to cook on what Ryan Garcia and his pops had to say. Y'all smash the like button. I want to cook on what Ryan Garcia and his pops had to say about Shakur Stevenson. They're saying that Cassandra Mason, what's happening with it? Off in the building, hella late. What's going down with it, Cassandra? They saying that because Shakur Stevenson haven't fought nobody. That's interesting. They saying that Shakur Stevenson haven't fought anybody to earn being a mandatory all of a sudden. They say he ain't fought nobody to earn being a mandatory. This is what Ryan Garcia and his pops have said. That he should have to, climb the ladder. Now, last time I checked is that Shakur Stevenson was a world champion in 2 weight divisions. Shakur Stevenson was a unified world champion at 130 pounds. Shakur Stevenson beat Oscar Valdez that was 30-something and 0. Now, we're going to just stop at Oscar Valdez. Does Ryan Garcia have anybody on his resume that's even as good as Oscar Valdez? Let's keep it 100. And I'm not no Ryan Garcia hater. But does he have anybody on his resume that's on the level of Oscar Valdez? The answer will be no. No, he don't. So Ryan Garcia, the best fighter that he ever fought on his whole resume is Luke Campbell. By far is Luke Campbell. So with that being said, Ryan Garcia fought Luke Campbell and was able to become the mandatory to Devin Haney's WBC strap. That's how he became the mandatory to Devin Haney's WBC strap way back in 2020. Right? That's how he became the mandatory. Let me take y'all down memory lane. But see, a lot of people forgot because he turned down the title shot against Devin Haney. So, what did Ryan Garcia have to do to become Devin Haney's mandatory? Nothing. Is Luke Campbell on a whole nother level than goddamn the Japanese dude that Shakur Stevenson just fought? Well, if you look at their resumes, Luke Campbell ain't no better than that Japanese dude that Shakur Stevenson just fought. So Ryan Garcia was able to become Devin Haney's mandatory, and he didn't have to climb a motherfucking ladder. All he had to do was beat Luke Campbell. That's all he had to do. And he was able to become a mandatory. But see, the difference between Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson is Ryan Garcia didn't want no motherfucking smoke with Devin Haney. But Shakur Stevenson, a 2-division and a unified world champion, 2-belt holder, world champion at 130. The difference between him and Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson was willing to come up to the division, become mandatory, and call out the smoke. Yeah, he wanted to smoke. Ryan Garcia, he ran away from the smoke. When they said, well, you know what, Ryan? We're going to make you mandatory to Devin Haney in that WBC strap that Devin Haney has. He said, no, I don't want that. All of a sudden, at that point in time, the belts didn't mean nothing no more. Yeah. When it was Devin Haney, and they put him in a position, they said, you know what? We're going to throw you a fucking bone. We're going to let you fight for that strap. All of a sudden, the belts don't mean nothing because you didn't want to fight Devin Haney, and you admitted that you didn't want to fight Devin Haney. You said that you was going to save Devin Haney for last because you thought that he was the best out of all the fighters at 135 pounds. That's what he said way back in 2020. Said, nah, me and Devin Haney, we need to fight last because I believe that's my hardest fight. That's what I mean. I can't lie on the man. Y'all know I don't come on here, Captain. That's what he said. So, and I'm going to read y'all comments. I'm going to get to y'all comments. My man Spence says, super chat, refresh, and smash the like button. Yeah, refresh the super chat and smash the like button. If y'all want to donate to the channel, the Cash App is right there on the screen also. But moving along, like I said. So, with all that being said, he comes out and they talking about Shakur Stevenson haven't earned anything. Shakur Stevenson need to climb his way up the ladder. He ain't fought nobody. Well, I'm gonna just say that was the most idiotic shit that could have came out of any Ryan Garcia or his family's mouth. And I just proved that right now. Like, they the last ones who should be talking about who earned what. Because if you really want to keep it 100, although I think it's an intriguing fight, although I think it's a dangerous fight for both opponents, he ain't earned his motherfucking, he haven't earned a position to fight Tank Davis in the ring. He ain't even earned that. If you really want to keep it 100, nigga, you ain't never won a goddamn world title before. Can't say the same thing about Shakur Stevenson. You cannot say the same thing about Shakur Stevenson. Because I just gave you his accolades. What is Ryan Garcia's accolades? Oh, yeah, he ain't got none. Don't have none. Let me see. Knockout says he doesn't, and Shakur has accomplished things Ryan hasn't even fought for. Horrible comment from Ryan Garcia. I could cap since he fighting Tank, but I refuse to act like Haney fans. You know what I mean? It's just laid out plain and simple. You feel what I'm saying? It's just out there plain and simple. And like I said, I'm not one of the ones that hate on I don't hate on none of these fighters. I just talk about it straight down the middle. But come on, man. You gotta think before you say shit. Like a lot of these dudes that be getting in the comments, you can tell they don't even think before they type. Ryan Garcia's dad and Ryan Garcia, next time before you grab the mic and to start talking that shit, think about what you say. Because that shit was idiotic and just plain out stupid. Real talk. It's dumb as hell. And Shakur Stevenson to beat your fucking ass. He will. Straight up and down. But hey, you know, like I said, Ryan Garcia, man, I'm not going to shit on him, but I'm going to tell you like it is about that comment that he said and that his pop said. That shit was just dumb. John Norrie says they don't want to put Shakur name on the VIP list. Oh, he don't want no parts of Shakur. He don't want no parts of Shakur at all. So say he were to beat Gervonta Davis. And do I think he's going to beat Tank Davis? No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Before any of you niggas come up here crying and shit, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't think he's going to beat Tank. But if he did beat Gervonta Davis, they already letting you know they don't want no parts of Shakur Stevenson. When the excuses start before you even handle your business, yeah, you already know they don't want no parts of Shakur Stevenson. And they let you know a long time ago they didn't want no smoke with Devin Haney. This motherfucking Omega Red big head ass, he in the chat trying to play Love Connection for himself and shit. This nigga in the chat in here begging like goddamn Teddy Pendergrass. Oh shit. Omega Red in the chat begging like Teddy Pendergrass and shit. Oh, Chuck Willery looking ass nigga. Oh shit. Hey, oh, Love Connection ass nigga. We'll be back in 2 and 2 looking ass nigga. Oh shit. Man. But anyway, y'all tripping, man. Y'all tripping. He said love and boxing. Fuck love and hip hop. Love and boxing. You come over here, you trying to match make yourself. Omega Red in the chat trying to hook yourself up. John Kramer said Chuck was that dude. Yeah, Chuck Willery was that dude. Oh man. Todd Swindle, what's happening with it? What it do? Salute. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Omega Red in here pressing hard too. I said, God damn it, tell me you're my baby or not. God damn, Omega. Oh shit. Now let's talk about some other things that Ryan Garcia had to say. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about some other things that Ryan Garcia had to say. And y'all smash the like button. Ryan Garcia also goes on to say that, about the weight. Because, one big topic has been the rehydration clause. And, is that going to affect Ryan Garcia? Well, Ryan Garcia, he says, that shit is not affecting me at all. He says that he's actually hovering around the weight right now. I think he said he's walking around at 100 and what did he say? What did he say? He's like 139 right now. And he said he's 139 pounds right now. Right? So he pretty much on weight already, right? They saying if he had to make weight today, he can make weight today. So, and he also said that, right, to clear this up, to get all the facts straight about the rehydration clause, is that he has to re-weigh in the morning of the fight, right? So he don't have to weigh in right before the fight or weigh in again before the fight. So he got to weigh in the morning of the fight. In the morning of the fight, he has to be under 146, right? He got to be 146 or under the morning of the fight. And then after that, he can do whatever the fuck he want to do. So he says that he's been cutting weight easy, right? It's not going to affect him. And he also said that, he said he was saying all that shit to play mind games with Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? He was playing mind games with him. That's what he said. So if he's saying it ain't going to affect him, hey, he also said that he only walks around at like 151 pounds. Now, Tank was telling people that he walked around at 175, 180 pounds. He said he only walks around, right, at 151. That's his walk around weight. He said around 151, 152 at the most. That's what he walk around at. It's his walk around weight. So if he's saying it, that the rehydration clause and the weight is not going to affect him at all, he says he feels strong. He said that he feels great. Well, I only can take his word for it. So that can't be no excuse if he loses. I'm not saying he's going to lose. I ain't saying he's going to win. But I'm saying now that we heard from him, he said it ain't no factor. He good. He feels great. We seen him eat motherfucking tacos. We even seen him eating tacos while he was doing the interview. Big Dose said that's what's making me buy the fight now. And salute to my brother Big Dose, because he always keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Big Dose, he told everybody. At first he thought, hey, he wasn't going to buy the fight because he wasn't going to be able to see both fighters at 100%. But now that he heard Ryan say, look, I'm going to be 100%, the weight ain't no motherfucking issue. I'll make weight easy. I can make the weight today if I needed to. And I'm eating tacos to show y'all that the weight ain't no goddamn issue. Well, hey, it ain't no issue then. I can't get up here and cry for that man and complain and make that a talking point of mine if he says it's not an issue. I'm good with that. Now I feel better about watching the fight. Because my whole thing before was, well, if this motherfucker gonna die trying to make weight and trying to make that rehydration clause shit, I don't know. The fight ain't as competitive as I think it's gonna be. But now it's not an issue. I'm cool. We don't have to even talk about that shit no more. You feel me? It's not an issue. And if he's saying that he only walk around at 151, 152. Shit, Tank little ass get bigger than that. Tank walk around bigger than that. And I know that for a fact. So, hey, we got to take the man for what he said. So, if, like I said, he can know, once he said that shit, he can no longer use that as an excuse, and nobody else can use that as a talking point or an excuse. So, nobody needs to debate on that talking point no more. That talking point is null and void now. It don't make no difference. It's not a factor no more. You know what I'm saying? It's not no factor no more. So, you know, as far as Gervonta Davis, right? Let's talk about Tank, man. Because Tank, man, he did an interview, right? And Tank said some things, man. He said that this fight is going to be a war. He says that his girlfriend, kids, and even his mama, he don't want his mama coming to this fight. They don't get the invite. They got to stay at home for this one, right? They got to stay at home for this one. And his reasoning behind that is he says that this fight could get real ugly. And it not only could get ugly for him, it could get ugly for myself. Now, if he real about advising his mom and his girlfriend and his kids and all that, they got to stay at home. He don't want no close family, right, at the fight. If he real about that, well, that means that he's taking precaution. He don't give a fuck about them seeing Ryan Garcia get knocked out. He's talking about himself, right? If shit don't go how it's planned for himself, he don't want them watching. Now, you know, all that does for me is to even more so let me know that he's taking Ryan Garcia serious. Right? He's taking Ryan Garcia serious. He could tell you that Ryan Garcia is a one-trick pony. He could tell you that Ryan Garcia should be a goddamn Instagram model and he shouldn't be a boxer, because he also said that shit too. You know, so Tank, he say some shit, but he contradict himself, because before he said all that, he says that Ryan Garcia is soft. He shouldn't even be a fighter. He should have took up, you know, celebrity boxing or, you know, modeling. He shouldn't even be a fighter. But then he turn around and tell you this shit could get real ugly, and it could get ugly for me too. I'm not saying he made that clear. I'm not saying just for him. I'm saying for me too. It could be a war. So he's letting you know, I know this kid is dangerous. I know this man, Ryan Garcia, is dangerous. I know that any given moment, I'm in a real fight. And I know that any given moment, if I lose focus, he has the power, the speed, and the ability to put my dick in the dirt. Now, I'm still going to beat his ass, but I'm letting y'all know that I'm taking it serious. And y'all see that he's taking Ryan Garcia serious by the way he training. Now, the Gervonta Davis fanatics, right? The the Gervonta Maniacs, right? The Tanker Maniacs. A lot of y'all, the Tanker Maniacs, you feel me? Y'all don't have to take Ryan Garcia serious, but he's telling y'all that I'm going to take him serious. A lot of Tanker Maniacs, and what I mean by the Tanker Maniacs, they think that Tank Davis could climb to the top of Mount Everest, right? Butt naked without freezing. He can run, he can sprint back down, right? A full sprint back down Mount Everest, survive, jump in the ocean, swim across the ocean with no goddamn breathing tank, and in that same night, get in the ring and knock out everybody from 130 pounds to 147. In that same night, knock out everybody from 130 to 147. And they'll get on here and they'll argue with you and tell you why he can do it. That's who I'm talking to. The Tanker Maniacs. Not the Gervonta Davis fans. Not the boxing fans. I'm talking to the Tanker Maniacs. So for those who think that it ain't no way that nobody could do anything to harm Gervonta Davis inside of a boxing ring, well, he's letting y'all know, nah, this one of those fights that I'm taking very, very, very serious, because although I am the better boxer than him, right? Although I got more skills than him, I do understand the attributes that he possessed. And, you know, I'm going to take him serious because he is a dangerous fighter. This could be a war. We could go to war. It could end early. We could go to war. Now, Tank is also saying that he thinks the fight is going to go about 8 rounds. He said, you know, he said he's looking to knock Ryan out within, 8 rounds. He says, but if it go longer than 8 rounds, I don't know. If he do something, if he come in different and it goes longer than 8 rounds, he says, well, he kind of paused. That's the what if. What if you look up and then the 9th or 10th round and Ryan ain't tired, he ain't drained? What happens? See, that's what's intriguing about this fight, because everybody gonna be looking at every round. Once you get past this, if they get past the 6th round, then you come to 8. Then it comes 7. Everybody gonna be looking at each round. Oh shit, Ryan is still in the ring. Ryan is still in the ring. Then 8 round come, 9 round come. See, if that happens, then we're going to see a different fight. That's when the war really begins. When you get to like the 6th or 7th round, that's when the war really begins. Now, Ryan Garcia, he talked about, they asked him about his flaws. Like, people always talk about the flaws that you have. He says, with your chin in the air. And he says, well, everybody keep talking about my chin being in the air. He says, but how do I get away with that? He says, because I've been boxing my whole life and I know how to, and I understand distance and range. I understand that I can do certain things when a fighter is out of range. This is what Ryan Garcia says. He says, now, one thing that I do understand, a flaw that I do have, because he says that's not really a flaw. He says his chin being up in the air is not really a flaw anymore. This is what Ryan Garcia says. But he says one thing that I do understand is when I throw my shots, I got to bring my motherfucking hands back. I got to bring my hands back. And when I'm studying Ryan Garcia, that's his biggest flaw to me. not his chin up in the air. His biggest flaw to me is that a lot of times when he throws his jab, when he throws his hooks, he brings his hand back and he drops him low. He leaves his whole chin exposed. And what he's saying is that that's the flaw that he's been working on. That is the flaw that he understands that he cannot make in a fight with Gervonta Davis. But he said everything else, he says that he's been boxing his whole life, so he knows how to gauge his distance. That's what he's saying. So, we got to see. We got to see. How does Ryan Garcia come in? Does he come in the fight like he do everybody else and try to press Gervonta Davis? Or does he come in the fight and he try to keep Gervonta Davis at bay with his jab and things like that? But we know what he's going to be looking for. He's going to be looking for Tank Davis to try to come in and catch Tank Davis with a counter. But, I've seen Ryan Garcia make these mistakes. And like I said, when I'm watching him training, he's making these mistakes and he's coming back, but he's dropping his hands down every time he come back. So I've seen him make these mistakes. And you can't make these mistakes in training and then think that you're not going to make the same mistakes in the ring. Now, is he bluffing everybody? Is the media workout that we saw, are the training films that we see, is he just bluffing people, right? And tricking people, not showing people what he's really working on, not showing people his full arsenal? I don't know. You just never know, because he did talk about that he's playing a lot of trying to play head games with Gervonta Davis. I don't know. But like I said, Coach Amber says that she thinks that he's trolling. It's an intriguing fight. It's an intriguing fight because we don't know. You know what I'm talking about? We don't know. We got to wait and see. But I'm going to tell you like this, right? And I'm going to go back to my original breakdown of the fight. I had changed up my breakdown of the fight a little bit when the rehydration clause situation came into play. Because if you know boxing, you know that if a fighter is drained, well, he gets tired in the later rounds. You know what I'm saying? He's not the same fighter in the later rounds because he's tired. But now that we know that Ryan Garcia says that the rehydration clause is not a problem, that he make it weight easy, he feels strong, and it's not going to be no problem at all. It's not going to be, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to cause him no type of problem at all. Now that we know that he's saying he's going to be 100%, well, I'm going back to my original prediction of this fight. Or not even a prediction, the ways that the fight can go. Now, for Gervonta Tank Davis, if I'm Gervonta Davis, I go out there, right? I still proceed with caution, but I go out there early from the time the bell rings, and I go after Ryan Garcia. I press him. I close the distance. I might take some shit with my guards up, but I close the distance on his ass, and I press him early on in the fight, and I hit him with hard shots to make his confidence, you know what I'm saying, to make him lose confidence. I want to make him lose confidence. He ain't never been in a fight of this magnitude. I want to show him early on that you don't belong in the ring with me. Right? And then once he loses confidence, his whole fighting style going to change. He going to be scared. And I knock him out early. You know what I'm saying? I knock him out within the first 1 to 6 rounds. Within the first 6 rounds, I knock his ass out early in the fight. Preferably within the first 1 to 5 rounds. You feel me? Now, for Ryan Garcia, If Ryan Garcia gets to the 8th and 9th round and he's still in there, Tank got a problem on his hands. Because he get to the 8th and 9th round, that means that Ryan Garcia not scared of him. That means that you didn't do what you needed to do to take his confidence away early on in that fight. And at that point, Ryan Garcia could be winning the fight, or the fight could be close, but Ryan Garcia's confidence is at an all-time high because he's in the fight. It's late in the fight and he's in the fight. And at that point, Gervonta Tank Davis, he can lose that fight. Because it's going to become a time to where you get late in the fight and you can't knock everybody out. So if we see the 8th and 9th round and he still ain't knocked out Ryan Garcia, that could be a problem. And that's going to be a problem for Tank. So it could go, it could go different ways. I want to see how Gervonta Davis comes out on Ryan Garcia. I want to see how he comes out. Does he come out and does he try to take his confidence away? See, that's what Teofimo Lopez did to Vasyl Lomachenko. He came out early. He came out early on Lomachenko. And he took his confidence away. By the time the 7th round came, it was too late. Then he started trying to bang, but Teo was banging right with him. So, that's my opinion on how the fight is going to go. Now, ultimately, if Tank do what he got to do, if I see Tank stopping Ryan Garcia with a hook. I see him stopping Ryan Garcia with a nasty hook or uppercut. Nasty hook or uppercut. Real talk. But y'all smash the like button. More so of a hook. I see him catching him with an overhand. I see Gervonta Davis catching him with an overhand left hook. I see Tank catching him with an overhand left hook and stopping him. But like I said, man, I'm not one of these dudes that's going to tell you that, oh, man, Tank he just go knock him out, and that's just what it is. It can go either way. But I see Tank catching him with an overhand left hook. Because Ryan Garcia, like I said, he brings his hand back and he drops his hands low. And he get careless. So I'm going to say an overhand left hook if I had to make a prediction. But I'm going to watch the fight, and like I said, I'm not going to be surprised either way. But we're going to see. I'm not just 100. I'm not going to totally count out Ryan Garcia neither, because he's dangerous. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan Garcia won the fight on the scorecards or won the fight by knockout. But like I said, I'm picking Tank with an overhand left hook. Nick J says Tank can beat Ryan the same way he beat Barrios, and Barrios is better than Ryan to me. It ends in the 5th round KO of Garcia. John Norrie, let me see. My man Big Dose says left hook for me. Yeah, see, me and Big Dose got the same prediction. Sheena says ETB hook to the body. It could. One thing is that I never seen well, yeah, we did. In Barrios, yeah, he did. In the Barrios fight, he did drop Barrios with that hook to the body. So it could end like that. But one thing I'm seeing in Ryan Garcia, he looked real frail. He don't look like he did. Now, in Zulu line, he not stopping him with no straight left. Ryan Garcia has the distance on Gervonta Davis. He's long, and the left is not going to be it. If he think he going to stop him with a straight left, he better come with something else. It ain't going to be no left, no straight. It's not going to be no straight left. I highly doubt that. But Ryan Garcia, man, he said he feel good, he's in all of that, but he don't got the muscle mass that he's had before. Like when you look at him in some of his other fights, you know, his past 3 fights, he had a lot more muscle mass. He looked, you know, now he just looked like real lean and skinny. You know what I'm saying? He looked real lean and lanky and shit. So I don't know. You know. He just don't got that muscle mass. I don't know if he's gonna be as strong. We'll see though. We'll see. Knockout Say coming from underneath with the uppercut. Ryan don't see coming to hurt Ryan badly. Then the left hook will end once. He said then the left hook will end it once he get him hurt. Okay, so you saying it's gonna be the uppercut, then the hook. Yeah, it could, because once another thing is I can see that too, right? Because another thing when watching Ryan Garcia, right? He opens up on the inside. Like he don't, like on the inside, he don't put his shit tight on the inside. Like he opens up on the inside. So he could be wide open for a hook. I mean, an uppercut. So I could see that. I could see him getting hit by a nasty uppercut and then the overhand hook. And then an overhand. So I could see that because he do be opening himself. He opened this shit up on the inside. His inside game, he don't really got no inside game like that. He got to have his distance. Ryan Garcia has to have, you know, his distance like that. Now Zulu line, I can't see that straight left doing no damage. Like I don't see it being no straight left. Bama Jeff says, what I just said took his interest away from the fight. I don't know what I said, but okay. Bama Jeff says, I think Ryan had more attributes than Barrios. Me too. I think that Ryan Garcia, well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't really tell you, but if I were to pick between Ryan Garcia and Barrios, I have to pick Ryan Garcia. He's a lot faster than Barrios. He punch harder than Barrios. He's quicker on his feet than Barrios. Like, he's just an all-around better fighter than Barrios to me. But he says, I think Ryan has more attributes than Barrios. Barrios messed up trying to bang with Tank because he ran out of gas. He says, takes more gas to box than to stand and bang. Ryan gas Tank will hurt him. But like I said, if Ryan Garcia, if he go in that fight with a hell of a gas tank and he stays disciplined and Gervonta Davis don't take his confidence away early on in the fight, hey, it could be a whole different fight than everybody is looking at. That's why the fight is intriguing. And I'm going to tell you like this, man. Ryan Garcia got a whole lot to prove to a lot of people, right? Both of these fighters do. Because Tank Davis is being crowned the fucking goddamn, you know what I'm saying, the best fighter that ever stepped in the ring by a lot of you niggas. Like, you motherfuckers cry when you see Gervonta Tank Davis talk, right? So he's being crowned like the fucking god of all gods. So he got a lot of pressure on his shoulder because a lot of people looking at Tank that where he need to go in there and he gonna knock out Ryan Garcia and put his dick in the dirt easy, right? And on the other hand, Ryan Garcia got a lot of pressure because he know that if he go in there and get knocked out, people gonna say, oh man, he need to go back to being a TikTok star. He ain't no real fighter. We told you he ain't shit. We told you he wasn't nothing but an Instagram model. So he knows. Ryan Garcia even said it, man. He's out to prove a lot of people wrong. The majority of the boxing fans wrong. So both of them got a lot of weight on their shoulder, but I don't know, man. I think that Ryan Garcia, you know, he got more to prove than Tank. He got more to prove to Tank. Because let's keep it real. The Tankaholics, if Tank fuck around and lose, the Tankaholics, they just gonna say that Tank threw the fight. It was set up for the rematch. It was set up so they could make a rematch and make a whole lot more money. That's what they're gonna say. Guarantee it. If Tank fuck around and lose, they're gonna say it was set up, it was all a plan, it was all set up so Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia can have a rematch and make a whole lot of money, and then Tank is gonna come in the second fight and fight for real. What they gonna tell you? Guarantee that's what they're gonna say. If that were to happen. Brian Francis says, if Ryan loses, no big deal. It's expected. Nah, that ain't the same. That's not the energy y'all gonna have. Like I said, the energy y'all gonna have if Ryan go out there and get his ass knocked out, y'all gonna say that he didn't that he don't belong in boxing. We told you that he was a hype job. He was never shit to begin with. He never. That's what y'all gonna say. So let's keep it real on both parts. Nick J, don't start that shit, Nick J. Nick J say maybe that's why he don't want his family there. Just an observation. He knows the play. We're not doing that. It ain't no play. Now one of these dudes is getting in there to lose a fight to make a fucking another big money fight. Like that, but we know that's coming. If, like I said, only if Gervonta Davis loses. And man, come on, man. We see how these boxing fanatics are. We see how these boxing fanatics are. They cannot take their favorite fighter that they worship and praise losing. They can't take that shit. That shit hurt them more than their own motherfucking child passing away or something. Like for real. Like they invest their whole life into another man's career that they never gonna make a penny off of. Real talk. Big Doe says, I've always thought that Ryan is the weakest out of the four kings. He says, how many people in here Ryan betting? I think you said, okay. You said how many people in here has Ryan beaten a prime Tio? Well, Big Dose, Teofimo Lopez is prime. He should be in his prime. Motherfucker only what, 25 years old? And Teofimo Lopez against Ryan Garcia, that's a tough fight. To me, I might pick Ryan Garcia to beat Tio ass. Tio get hit too much. And it very, very easily hit. Yeah. Right now, on paper, before I see him get in the ring with Tank, I'm picking Ryan Garcia to beat Teofimo ass. Yeah, I actually would. Tio get hit too easy, man. And Tio head is fucked up. His mental fucked up. Ryan Garcia catch Teofimo Lopez in one of them shits and put him to sleep. You mean to tell me if George Kambosos could drop Teofimo Lopez and hurt him, that Ryan Garcia can't? Oh, yeah, Ryan Garcia putting his dick in the dirt for real. And he got the range. You know what I'm saying? He know how to gauge range a lot better than Tio do. That's just my opinion. I'll have to pick Ryan Garcia. And, you know, all that Four Kings shit, it sounded good, but, you know, I mean, you know, we Devin Haney, Tank Davis, and Shakur Stevenson, they the ones that's proven. You know what I'm saying? They the one out of all them dudes, they the ones that's really proven I don't give a fuck what weight class it was in. All of that Four Kings shit and trying to compare any of them dudes to Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran, that shit was disrespectful. Try to compare any of them dudes to those 4 fighters that I named from back then is disrespectful. Ain't none of them built like that. As far as we know right now. You know what I'm saying? They still got a lot more to do in their career to say some shit like that. It ain't no Four Kings, nothing. It ain't no Four Kings in that 135 division, right? All that shit was just some bullshit. But like I said, they still, I mean, they could become Four Kings. They could. But to be saying that shit now and when they were saying it, nah. They still got a lot more to prove to be on that level. But anyway, my man D1 says two knockdowns against Sandor. I got Ryan Spark and T.O. out. Me too, dog. But you know, and we got to give Ryan Garcia respect because for taking the fight against Tank, because a lot of y'all said he was scared. A lot of y'all was talking about, oh man, he gonna pull out. Yeah. Let's not act. See, y'all niggas want to creep back in here. Yeah, I'm on y'all helmet now. Let's switch it up a little bit. Right? To all of those, now y'all want to pretend like that y'all didn't say that shit. Now y'all talking about the fight and talking. Y'all don't deserve to talk about the fight. If y'all was talking about that Ryan Garcia, you guarantee he was going to pull out. He was afraid of Gervonta Davis. Ain't no way he going to step in the ring. He going to pull out. I don't believe it. All y'all don't deserve to talk about what's going to happen in the fight because y'all said he was going to pull out. Y'all said he would never fight Gervonta Davis. Y'all said he was scared. Don't try to creep up in here now and start trying to give fight breakdowns and predictions and shit. Y'all can't give no prediction. I ain't forgot. Motherfuckers trying to creep up in here real slick and shit, trying to give predictions and, oh man, Tank gonna do this and this was gonna happen. Ain't nothing gonna happen. I don't even want y'all watching the fight. Real talk. Y'all don't even deserve to watch the fight because y'all said that the man was gonna pull out. He was scared. It wasn't gonna happen. Come on, man. He was bluffing. He was pulling a publicity stunt. All of that. Yeah. I ain't forgot. Coach Amber says they will only become Four Kings if they fight each other. Real talk, Coach Amber. They not for nothing. They 4 fighters right now. They want to become Four Kings. They all got to fight each other. Yeah. My man Omega Red said, hold on, Omega. It skipped on me. Omega Red said, get him, Keon. He says, but you said that fight would never happen. Yeah, I said the fight would never happen because of Oscar De La Hoya. That's what I said. So if you're gonna quote what I said, quote all of what I said. I said the fight wasn't gonna happen because of Oscar De La Hoya, and I said that because of the two sides, the Zone and PBC, right? And they weren't gonna be able to get a deal done for the fight. I said because Oscar, he gonna do everything he could to make sure that the fight wasn't gonna happen. And if you ask Leonard Ellaby, he said that Oscar did that. He said Oscar did everything that he could to try to make sure that the fight didn't go through. But the reason why was because Ryan Garcia pushed for the fight And Ryan Garcia's lawyer pushed for the fight, and they couldn't get around that. So if you're going to quote me, all I ask is don't tell half of the story. Tell the whole story. So, yeah, I never once said that the fight wasn't going to happen because of Ryan Garcia. I told y'all that Ryan Garcia actually wanted to fight. He wanted to fight very bad, and I was right. You know, now I might have been wrong about the fight wasn't going to never come to fruition because of the business, but, you know, it did. It did. Coach Amber says that I missed her first super chat. My bad. Let me scroll up and see. I didn't see it, but let me scroll up and see. Hold on. Let me see. Scrolling. I never seen. I didn't see one. Okay, I see it right here. Coach Amber says, you never do full mid work in public. He says, you never do full mid work. She says, you never do full mid work in public. I think that, I'm not sure, but I think that she may be talking about Ryan Garcia basically trolling the fans when he's doing his media workouts and things like that. That he's not giving the fans, right? He's not giving everything that he's working on and things like that. I think that's what she's saying. Yeah, talking about Ryan Garcia. But yeah, so and my man OTB, what's happening with it, man? Hope everything going well with you. Salute to OTB. But with that being said, before I left out, I just wanted to remind y'all, don't sneak in talking about fight predictions and all that shit. If you were saying that Ryan Garcia was a pussy and he was going to pull out and the fight wasn't going to happen because he was afraid and he was going to pull out, you know, and he was just bluffing and PR stunt, you know what I'm saying, using the, what did Bill Haney say, a publicity stunt? Yeah. So I just had to let y'all know that. I ain't forgot. But anyway, y'all make sure that y'all smash the like button before we get up out of here. I appreciate everybody that came through, support the channel. Appreciate the Queen, Coach Amber, for always coming through, supporting. And yeah, we will be back. I appreciate y'all, and y'all already know, hit the like button. And there you go, talking that boxing again. And be on the lookout for the videos that I drop. I'm out.